Hey friends, Justin here. It's time to go winter camping. I've been waiting for this day for months. We had a really long fall here in the Canadian Rockies, but 2 days ago it started snowing and it hasn't stopped since. Yesterday, I started getting really excited. It's the weekend now, so I wanted to go out and experience the winter if it was gonna get into those kind of conditions, and started pulling out all my gear. Got my Mountain Hardwear winter pack here, my Polar Ranger sleeping bag, some new gear that we might talk about on this trip, and I haven't decided on my sleeping pad yet. It's up in the air between the Thermarest X-Therm and the Steeda Summit Etherlite XT Extreme. Both good sleeping pads. You guys let me know in the comments which one you think I should bring, and then I'll let you know once we get to camp and I get all set up which one I actually ended up bringing. Made it to the trailhead here. A lot of snow on the ground, at least a foot. But as I kind of gain elevation and head up into the mountains, we should see even more snow. Like I said, should be about half a meter up there, and temperatures are gonna get really low. It's supposed to get down to minus 20 degrees Celsius tonight. So should be a pretty intense first winter camping trip of the year. So I'm using the Black Diamond Trekker skis, you can see down there. So I'm using my regular winter boots with them. Whoa! And then they have a built-in skin on the bottom. So it's kind of like a alpine touring ski, but that you don't need dedicated alpine touring bindings and boots for. I'll keep you guys updated on how these guys are doing, and then we'll kind of touch base maybe at camp on how I'm liking them so far. This is a winter wonderland right now for sure. So glad I came out. It's nice that we got the sun. Something that might happen tonight, some people are telling me on trail, is the northern lights are supposed to just be going off tonight. There's a big solar flare and we should be getting some northern lights potentially. So I'm gonna be continuing along here, following this side of this river valley, but then I wanna get a view up that valley for the northern lights. I think I found my campsite for the night. Got a nice flat spot right here, and then I can see down the valley and hopefully catch the northern lights. This is very exposed. Normally I wouldn't camp here because wind just funnels down this valley and pummels this area really aggressively. I've been here before, and let me tell you, when it's windy, you do not want to be camping on an exposed spot like this, but it's not supposed to get super windy tonight, and I have a pretty robust tent, so fingers crossed we're A-okay. I'm gonna stomp out my tent pad and then set my tent up right there. Now that I have the area where I want to set up my tent packed down, I gotta leave it for about 15 to 20 minutes so that snow really bonds together and solidifies so that I have a nice solid platform. And in the meantime, I want to talk about the skis I used to get up here. So these are the Black Diamond Trekker skis. These are the 147 ones. And they basically just have kind of like a snowboard binding on them. So just a couple of ratchet straps. you stick any sort of hiking boot or winter boot in there. I'm wearing some Salomon's Tundras right now, and then you can essentially ski with them. This pivots so you can kind of move like a cross-country ski. And the bottom of them has a built-in skin. So what's nice about this little skin here is there's little hair-like fibers that only go in one direction. So when you're moving forward, you can glide forward and then not fall back because those little hairs catch you. So you can see I can slide my hand this way really easily, this way not so much. Got the tent set up and the temperature is dropping fast. It is going to be a really cold one today. And that's something I was looking forward to. Honestly, I wanted the snow, I wanted the cold. This winter, I'm definitely going to be trying to move the needle for myself a lot, and hopefully providing a lot of tips and tricks for you guys and provide some inspiration so you can maybe get out on your first winter backpacking trip or kind of push your limits. If you want to check out the Black Diamond Trekker skis, I'll post links in the video description to them, and as well as all the gear that I show you today. So I don't think I mentioned my pack. That's the Mountain Hardwear AMG 75. Awesome pack for winter, by far my favorite winter pack. And here's the Nemo Tenshi tent. This is an awesome winter tent for one person, but unfortunately they discontinued it, which is kind of weird for me, but I got my sleep system set up inside. Let's go take a look. So here we have the inside of the Tenshi. We got my Thermarest Polar Ranger sleeping bag. Best sleeping bag for winter, I think, on the market. There's a couple features in there that are just phenomenal. And then I brought the Sea to Summit Etherlite XT sleeping pad. I wanted to go with something that's just super comfortable, and the Etherlite XT Extremes are the most comfortable pads out there, I think, for winter time. And I really wanted to test it out in really low temperatures, winter conditions. I brought it out in temperatures down to about minus 10 degrees Celsius, and it did pretty good. So tonight's gonna be the real test, going down to minus 20. We'll see how it does, and tomorrow morning I'll touch base and let you know how my sleep was. I have a thermometer right here. This is a Bluetooth thermometer. I can see the temperature on it as well as it connects to my phone. So I'll be able to kind of keep track of the temperature over the course of the night, which is awesome if you want to be able to kind of test your sleep system, see how cold it got, and see how you slept and how cold you might have gotten over the course of the night. The next step here is to change into my camp clothes because it's starting to get cold. I like to stay in my hiking clothes until I'm done on my camp chores because they're already a little bit sweaty. So if I get them a little bit more sweaty and damp, then that's not a big deal. They'll kind of dry overnight, and I don't want to get my camp clothes all sweaty because they're my key element for staying warm over the course of the night. It's 5 p.m. It's already gotten down to minus 11 degrees Celsius. So I'm gonna make dinner now and then probably get into my sleeping bag into the tent because I can't stay out here if it starts getting any colder. Even though I'm wearing down pants, huge down jacket, a lot of layers, it just starts getting cold. I'm not used to this cold yet either. This is the first winter trip of the year. So we'll get the pot out here and get some water boiling so I can cook my meal for the day. And then a little hack is put some water into the bottom of the pot and the snow will melt a lot faster, and you also don't risk burning the snow and getting a little bit of a burnt flavor to your waters. Hopefully it doesn't get much colder than minus 20. I forgot some things on this trip and it could result in an uncomfortable time out here if it gets really cold. A couple of things I forgot. First of all, a stool to sit on. So luckily there's this rock here and I was able to put down my my foam mat in order to sit on that, keep my butt warm. And then I also forgot pad straps to put around my sleeping pad. I brought my synthetic quilt to put over top of my sleeping bag if it gets really cold, but it's nice to keep that quilt in place with pad straps, and I forgot that. And I also forgot a pillow. That might be the most heartbreaking item of all, is the pillow, because I love sleeping with a pillow, and I think I'm gonna have to stuff my jacket here into a stuff sack and then sleep on that, which I do not like. It is not my favorite option for a pillow. So we got a boil in there. Let's get that water into this meal here at Bushka's Kitchen. These things only take 3 minutes to rehydrate under normal conditions, so it should rehydrate really quickly even though it's cold out. And then I have my little koozie, reflective koozie here to keep it in so that it doesn't lose too much heat as it's rehydrating. That should do it. That was about 6 minutes. So take that out. This is a hunter's pie, so it's what's in there? Ground venison with mashed potatoes and a bunch of different veggies as well. As you guys know, I love Bushka's Kitchen, and this meal is no exception. It's kind of like a little shepherd's pie. Here, I'll give you a look. Yummy. It's not late, but I'm gonna head to bed. I downloaded a movie. I have some books to read, so I'm gonna do that from the cozy warmth of my sleeping bag. And then the sun is setting. The sun sets at 6:20, so should be set in about 45 minutes here. And then maybe I don't know when I'm gonna get up, but I'm gonna get up at some point before midnight and try and see the northern lights. I'm not sure what. I should have looked into when peak northern lights are, but that's gonna be sweet. Hopefully I can see them over through the pass there. And with how cold it's gonna get tonight, I think tomorrow morning is gonna be frigid. So I'll probably have a little bit of a slower morning, but I'm excited to wake up and share with you guys how the night was, and maybe probably wake up with some really nice sunrise views and then ski out of here. Good morning. That was a cold night. It got down to below minus 25 degrees Celsius, which is one of the colder nights I've had in a very long time. I got up at 10 p.m. to check for the northern lights, didn't see anything. And then after that, it was just way too cold to get out of my sleeping bag. And the pee bottle that I have right there is a testament to that. I'm gonna have to empty that out once I get out of the tent. But I don't want to get out of my sleeping bag. I don't want to get out of the tent because it's still very cold. It's 9:30 a.m. and it's still minus 20 degrees Celsius. That's one of the tough things with winter camping. The mornings are really difficult, and a lot of the time you just need to kind of get up, get going so that you're moving and getting warm. And that's what I'm going to do. But go check out a video post up in the corner there. It's my first trip from last winter. A lot almost goes wrong on that trip, but luckily I make some good decisions and end up with a really fun first winter camping trip.